Hello, and welcome back to Game Wolf Plays Blood. Today it is raining, so naturally I must play the opposite of wetness, which is dry hotness. I guess that would be a desert, but no, we're doing a lava level, folks, so to speak. Not really volcanic, but just more, you know, subterranean, magmatic stuff. So going from summer camp to mall to this. And the next two levels won't make sense in terms of transition either. Except for a hint at sort of the end, but still, I don't get it either. I hope you're like hounds at your beginnings. I don't. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep recording. If I get a thunderstorm, I just have to stop. I don't want to delay myself like that, but I've come up with some stuff to do in the event that I'm hindered by that. Although usually I come up with that stuff when I have a power outage, but, you know, I need to plan accordingly for these things. Don't worry, I have, you know, my backup plans, such as, like, sorting files, for the most part. They can always be sorted. How do I sort them? I don't. They just kind of happen. People always ask if I'm disorganized or organized. Organizing is presumptuous of what life is, actually. If anything, organizing is one of the most human things. Ironically, just spontaneously order-formed. Kind of like the balance between good and evil, there's the balance between order and chaos. And that might be what this conflict is about. It's order versus chaos. Blood being the Caleb being the chaos against the order, but they're both evil, so there's just that kind of conflict going on, perhaps. Caleb does whatever the Caleb does. Doesn't climb the wall, that's what the spider does. Spider sting. Actually, no. These spiders do not. They don't even go on the ceiling. They just stick to the ground because, haha, this is a first-person shooter. Yeah, that's one cool thing about this level, is that any enemies that end up on the lava that are not hellhounds are just going to die. There isn't any other enemy that's really resistant to fire like that, except for probably those that are flying and aren't getting close enough to the ground usually anyway. So they're safe. They have parachutes. They're okay. As a matter of fact, they are. Oh, we destroyed the buildings, but too bad it was Sunday. I'm going to take you to the next dimension. Sorry. Funny dubbing. Try to downplay the amount of death happening in an anime. Oh, gosh. I hope you like this voodoo doll pillar. Obviously, it's got to mean something. But what does it mean? It means you do voodoo, I do, you do. Okay. But what about this ledge? Oh, yeah, Return of the Jumping Boots, which I realized I just got from the supermarket. So if you don't have them from there, get them from here. You will especially need jumping boots for the next level. Otherwise, it's not happening for you. I'm sad to say. Essence of life. Yeah, there's sure a lot of heart drops this level. I think I just got lucky, so thanks. That's one good thing. The more enemies there are, the more healing potential I get. So, really, it is severely balanced in that way, as long as the enemies don't murder me in 3 seconds. Which they shouldn't be able to. Yeah. If there was a difficulty that went above extra crispy, I would call it leather shoe. Because that's what your meat tastes like afterward. After you go beyond extra crispy, it's like, what the fuck is this? It's like rubber or something? Yeah, I don't know, dude. By the way, that might have something to do with how leather is. What could it mean? Oh, I don't know where the chanting's coming from, but we have chanting. You know what? The next level's actually pretty cool. Level after that would be cool, if not for its shortness. That's okay, though. We can admire it for whatever the fuck the drugs the designers were on when they were doing it. They could have spent more time on it, though, for real. Blasted. Shoot him. They're gonna fit you into a lunchbox. Here, catch. They're gonna put you in a lunchbox. Here, catch. Lovely. Get the seed, get the key, keyed C. That's right. Oh, I just got out of bed. Oh. Maybe the zombie gate just has to do with how people sleepwalk. I don't think I'm too far off from this idea. Are we done with zombie movies yet? No. You know why? Because they're in the same category as shark movies. We're never done. We just keep making more. But who's buying them? Doesn't matter. Make more shit. It's like, okay, but you asked for it. Bitches don't be knowing that, what's his name? I forgot his name. Who did, like, some of the older video game adaptation movies. I am convinced that, or maybe it's even true, that he made those movies for laundering purposes. Yes, really. It's like I store the money in my movie and blam. Probably wondering how that works. I don't know, but check out this Tesla can I brought into hell! How could you have such a thing? Beyond time and space. You know, now that I realize like how anachronistic the game is, maybe that actually makes the most sense given the nature of the plot. You're just kind of going in between lands and between worlds, so why not in between times also? I certainly get that vibe with the cryptic passage stuff, so why not? And that's for episode 6's theme. We'll get to that. I like that it's called Postmortem, though. That's funny. That's why I specifically made sure it was last, even though Cryptic Passage is a different executable. It's because if you try to warp to what episode 5 is in Blood, you will instead get these bloodbath sick deathmatch levels. And Cryptic Passage has them too, and where would file episode 2? Just an FYI. Generally, it's agreed upon that Cryptic Passage should be episode 5 if we go by release order. I don't think anyone's fighting me on that. And I don't think anyone minds I put it that way either, considering I got all these as part of the same bundle. I mean, when you get Megaton Edition, it kind of groups all the Duke Nukem packs together, save for the Penthouse one, which is just a single level. Remind me to go check out that Penthouse level. Like, I'm not going to LP the Penthouse level, it's just one level. Maybe for a bonus video? I don't know, I've been thinking of what to do about these bonus videos, but I think I'm just going to drop the whole miscellaneous thing entirely. It was just an idea before I actually came up with my flow properly, and specifically that has more to do with the fact that I don't have it set to, like, restricted rating anymore. It's still not... YouTube channel is still not designed for kids, but now it's just like, hey, if you want to watch it, you can watch it. This is especially good for people who don't like logging in from Europe. And, you know, as long as YouTube lets me post violent video games, I'm sure it'll be fine. Especially of the older kind. I don't know if you get that way with newer ones, but we've tried to with Mortal Kombat, and there was this whole thing where it's just like, oh, yeah. It had to have been Mortal Kombat that, you know, really you kind of checked YouTube shit, because Mortal Kombat was the whole, like, borderline political debate of video games for children. And so going back to that with Mortal Kombat 11 sure made me nostalgic. Sure did. Or did that happen with 10? Well, either one of those. 9, 10, or 11. There is a Mortal Kombat 8, but you know what it is? It's just Mortal Kombat vs. DC. Yep. Yes, really. Oh, everything is so boring and bland, and I gotta get moan and get some more. Good. My name is Morgan Freeman, and I am dead. Are you dead too? Be my dead friend. That didn't go well. Have a turret. Yeah, skull turret. The best. Alright, Dungeon Masters, can you make this a magic item? I want I want a turret that does necrotic damage. For as long as I have put like a spell in it, it lasts for like a little bit amount of time, or depending on some level of ammunition. Just make it happen. Give me my necrosis turret. come on. I mean, I kind of already play as a Warlock character, so I'm not really going to do that again. But in the future, I mean, I could. The Warlock character really suited me in the tabletop sense for a few reasons. More because I'm the closest in real life you're going to get to a black mage. So I thought it was appropriate. Really feels that way in my approach to video games anyway. But, you know, that's all just philosophical talk, so yeah. Sometimes I make judgments based on media I've seen and be like, oh yeah, you're like this character. And then I realized I got that trait from my dad. That's not really a good sign. But it's just for me to have a relating point where there might not be, or just be like, oh, it's like this. But yeah, don't take it too hard. I'm just funning around, man. Let's move on to the ganglion depths next time.